Surrounded by idiots. Introduction. Breaking the code of human behavior. Why do people act the way they do? This question has puzzled humanity for centuries. Whether it's a colleague whose behavior you can't understand, a partner who seems to speak a different emotional language, or even your own puzzling reactions, our inability to decipher the complexities of human behavior often leads to frustration. At times, it might even make you feel like Scar from The Lion King, muttering in exasperation, "I'm surrounded by idiots." But what if the problem isn't that you're surrounded by idiots, but rather that you're speaking different languages? This is the fundamental premise of Thomas Erikson's Surrounded by Idiots, a groundbreaking exploration of human personalities and how they shape the way we communicate, work, and live together. Drawing from decades of behavioral studies, Erikson categorizes human personalities into four primary colors: red, yellow, green, and blue, each representing distinct traits and tendencies. Reds are the driven leaders, determined and ambitious. Yellows are the enthusiastic, people-oriented optimists. Greens are calm, dependable, and resistant to change, while blues are meticulous perfectionists who value precision above all else. These categories form the foundation of a simple yet transformative framework for understanding ourselves and others. In this book, Erikson reveals that the key to successful relationships, whether personal or professional, lies in understanding these personality types. By identifying our own tendencies and recognizing those of others, we can unlock the secrets to effective communication, avoid misunderstandings, and forge stronger connections. What if, instead of judging a colleague's behavior as irrational or annoying, you could see it as a natural expression of their personality type? What if you could adapt your communication style to resonate with them, turning potential conflict into collaboration? Through relatable anecdotes, humor, and practical advice, Surrounded by Idiots offers a blueprint for decoding the behavior of others and fostering better relationships. This book is not just about understanding others, it's also a guide to self-awareness. By exploring your own personality type, you'll gain insight into your strengths, weaknesses, and blind spots. You'll learn how to play to your strengths while addressing your challenges, making you a more effective communicator and collaborator. Over the course of this summary, we'll explore Erikson's four personality types in depth, uncovering how they think, what motivates them, and how they interact with others. Along the way, we'll tackle common misconceptions, learn strategies for bridging communication gaps, and discover how to create harmony in even the most challenging situations. So, are you ready to uncover the secrets of human behavior? Prepare to see the people around you and yourself in a whole new light. Understanding starts here. If you're enjoying this audiobook summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest incisive audiobook projects. Chapter 1. Understanding Red and Yellow Personalities. Imagine you're preparing a presentation for a diverse group of clients. You include meticulously crafted slides, packed with key data, compelling visuals, and a strong call to action. You're confident this presentation is perfect, but after the meeting, the feedback is mixed. Some loved the graphics, others focused on your conclusions, and a few felt overwhelmed by the details. What went wrong? The answer lies not in the content, but in the audience. Different personality types process information differently. Thomas Erikson introduces two of the most dynamic personality types in his framework, red and yellow. These personalities are bold, expressive, and often larger than life. However, their differences are significant, and understanding these distinctions can transform how we communicate and collaborate. The red personality, driven and determined. Reds are natural leaders. They thrive in high-pressure environments, make quick decisions, and command respect with their direct, assertive nature. Referred to as choleric by Hippocrates, their defining traits are ambition, confidence, and an intense focus on results. Reds live for challenges and have an unrelenting drive to achieve their goals. Think of figures like Steve Jobs or Margaret Thatcher, unwavering, decisive, and unapologetically bold. Reds have a get-it-done mindset that values efficiency above all else. They dislike small talk, hate delays, and prefer to cut straight to the point. For a red, time is money, and results matter more than process. While this makes them exceptional in leadership roles, their dominant nature can sometimes be perceived as intimidating or insensitive. If you're working with a red, keep these key points in mind. Be direct and concise. Reds don't have patience for lengthy explanations or vague ideas. Focus on outcomes, not emotions. They're more interested in results than how you feel about a problem. Don't be afraid to stand your ground. Reds respect confidence and competence, even in disagreement. The yellow personality, energetic and optimistic. If reds are the commanding generals of the personality spectrum, yellows are the charismatic entertainers. Known as sanguine in ancient terminology, yellows are enthusiastic, talkative, and thrive on social interaction. They love brainstorming, big-picture thinking, and inspiring others with their contagious optimism. Famous examples of yellows include Oprah Winfrey and Richard Branson, people who captivate and motivate with their energy and vision. Yellows are people-focused and thrive in environments where they can connect with others. They're the life of the party, always ready with a joke, an idea, or an encouraging word. However, their love of interaction can sometimes make them appear distracted or overly talkative, especially to more reserved personality types. To connect with a yellow effectively, remember these tips. Engage them emotionally. Start with a personal anecdote, a joke, or an enthusiastic tone to capture their interest. Be prepared for tangents. Yellows often veer off topic, but it's part of their creative process. Focus on the big picture. They're not detail-oriented, so emphasize vision over minutia. Red versus yellow, a dynamic contrast. While both reds and yellows are bold and extroverted, their motivations and approaches to life differ significantly. Reds are task-oriented, thriving on efficiency and measurable results. Yellows, on the other hand, are people-oriented, seeking connection and inspiration. These differences can lead to both synergy and conflict. For example, a red might view a yellow as overly chatty or unfocused, while a yellow might find a red cold or dismissive. Yet, when these two personalities work together, their complementary strengths can create incredible outcomes. A red's determination pairs well with a yellow's creativity, resulting in ideas that are not only innovative, but also executable. Communicating with reds and yellows. The key to navigating interactions with these personalities lies in adaptability. If you're speaking with a red, stay focused, direct, and efficient. If you're engaging a yellow, bring energy and enthusiasm while allowing room for creative exploration. By tailoring your approach, you can bridge communication gaps and build stronger relationships. Understanding reds and yellows is the first step in unlocking the power of Erikson's personality framework. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the quieter but equally impactful worlds of green and blue personalities, discovering how their stability and precision balance out the boldness of their counterparts. If you're enjoying this audiobook summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest incisive audiobook project. Chapter 2. The Green and Blue Personalities, Stability and Precision. While reds and yellows dominate conversations and thrive in high-energy environments, greens and blues embody a quieter, steadier approach to life. These personalities might not command attention in the same way, but their contributions are invaluable. Their traits of stability, patience, and precision bring balance to teams and relationships, ensuring that progress is steady and thoughtful rather than chaotic. In this chapter, we explore the green and blue personalities, their defining characteristics, and how to work effectively with these more reserved temperaments. The green personality, calm and dependable. Greens are the glue that holds groups together. Known as phlegmatic in Hippocratic terms, they value harmony, loyalty, and a steady routine. Greens are the steady rocks in the personality spectrum, preferring calm over chaos and predictability over risk. Their motto could be summarized as, "If it isn't broken, don't fix it." Greens are deeply empathetic, making them natural team players who prioritize the needs of others. They excel in roles that require listening, mediating, and ensuring that everyone feels valued. Unlike reds, who seek to lead, or yellows, who crave excitement, greens avoid the spotlight and prefer a behind-the-scenes role where they can quietly make a difference. However, this preference for stability can make greens resistant to change. They may be hesitant to embrace new ideas or take risks, especially if it disrupts their comfort zone. This cautious nature can frustrate more impulsive or ambitious personality types, particularly reds and yellows, who may perceive greens as overly stubborn or unadventurous. How to work with greens effectively. Be patient and gentle. Greens dislike confrontation, so a calm, supportive approach works best. Respect their routines. Sudden changes or disruptions can make them uncomfortable. Focus on consensus. Greens thrive in environments where collaboration and harmony are prioritized. The blue personality, analytical and detail-oriented. Blues, often referred to as melancholic in classical terms, are the perfectionists of the personality spectrum. They are methodical, logical, and thrive on structure and precision. Blues bring an unmatched level of attention to detail, making them invaluable in roles that require planning, analysis, and quality control. Blues are driven by a need for accuracy and consistency. They approach problems with a measured, data-driven mindset and are known for their ability to anticipate challenges and craft meticulous solutions. However, their commitment to perfection can sometimes manifest as overcautiousness or an inability to let go of small details. They may spend excessive time refining a project, struggling to declare it good enough to move forward. Additionally, blues tend to be reserved and introverted, preferring to observe rather than engage in spontaneous conversation. This can make them seem aloof or pessimistic to more extroverted personalities like reds and yellows, who may not understand their quieter approach. How to work with blues effectively. Be thorough and factual. Blues appreciate clear, logical communication backed by data. Give them time. Rushing a blue can lead to stress and mistakes. They prefer a methodical pace. Avoid emotional appeals. Blues focus on facts, so arguments based solely on feelings won't resonate. Green versus blue, similarities and differences. Greens and blues share a preference for stability, consistency, and caution, making them appear similar on the surface. However, their core motivations differ significantly. Greens prioritize relationships and emotional harmony, while blues are driven by logic and precision. Greens are adaptable and empathetic, while blues are meticulous and critical. For example, a green might approach a conflict by seeking consensus and minimizing tension, whereas a blue might focus on analyzing the problem and proposing a logical solution, even if it risks upsetting others. These differences can lead to miscommunications if not handled carefully, but they also make greens and blues complementary partners in teamwork. Greens bring emotional intelligence, while blues ensure that plans are well constructed and grounded in reality. Balancing reds, yellows, greens, and blues. While reds and yellows thrive in dynamic, fast-paced settings, greens and blues provide the steadiness and reflection necessary to create sustainable progress. Together, these personality types create a balanced ecosystem where bold action is tempered by careful consideration and interpersonal harmony is maintained alongside efficiency. Learning to appreciate the quieter strengths of greens and blues is essential for building cohesive teams and fostering mutual respect. Their calm demeanor and attention to detail may not always grab the spotlight, but their contributions are the backbone of lasting success. In the next chapter, we'll explore what happens when these distinct personality types collide. By understanding the potential for conflict and learning strategies for effective communication, we can transform clashes into collaboration and cultivate a more harmonious environment. Chapter 3. When personalities collide. Human interactions are complex, and with such vastly different personality types in play, clashes are inevitable. A brash red might bulldoze over a cautious blue, while a talkative yellow may frustrate a reserved green. These conflicts are not the result of incompetence or malice, but rather a natural consequence of different communication styles, values, and priorities. In this chapter, we explore what happens when personalities collide, uncover the root causes of these conflicts, and learn how to turn misunderstandings into opportunities for collaboration. Understanding the root of conflict. Conflict arises when personality types fail to understand or appreciate one another's differences. Reds, for instance, value efficiency and directness, while blues prioritize precision and careful analysis. To a red, a blue's meticulousness might seem like unnecessary nitpicking, while a blue might view a red as reckless and impatient. Similarly, a chatty yellow might interpret a green's silence as disinterest, while the green may find the yellow's exuberance overwhelming. These misunderstandings stem from a lack of awareness about how different personalities process information and respond to the world around them. Without this understanding, it's easy to fall into the trap of labeling others as difficult or unreasonable. Common personality clashes. 1. Red versus blue. Reds and blues are perhaps the most diametrically opposed personalities. While reds focus on results and speed, blues emphasize thoroughness and accuracy. For example, in a work setting, a red might push to finalize a project quickly, while a blue may insist on triple-checking every detail. This can lead to frustration on both sides, with the red feeling slowed down and the blue feeling pressured to sacrifice quality. Solution: Red should learn to value the blue's attention to detail and understand that careful preparation often prevents future problems. Blues should recognize that sometimes good enough is sufficient and that delays can hinder progress. 2. Yellow versus green. Yellows are outgoing, expressive, and love brainstorming new ideas. Greens, on the other hand, prefer stability and are cautious about change. A yellow might excitedly propose a radical new project, only to be met with resistance from a green who values consistency over innovation. Solution: Yellows should present their ideas in a way that emphasizes the benefits of change while addressing the green's need for stability. Greens should remain open to new possibilities and communicate their concerns without immediately shutting down new ideas. 3. Red versus green. Red's assertiveness can clash with green's preference for harmony and calm. A red might push aggressively for a decision, while a green avoids conflict and tries to delay the conversation. This can lead to reds perceiving greens as indecisive, and greens viewing reds as overly pushy. Solution: Reds should soften their approach and allow greens time to process and contribute at their own pace. Greens should work on asserting themselves and expressing their thoughts, even when faced with a dominant personality. 4. Yellow versus blue. Yellow's spontaneity and enthusiasm often contrast sharply with blue's need for structure and thorough planning. A yellow might dive headfirst into a project, while a blue painstakingly crafts a detailed roadmap. This can lead to miscommunications, as yellows may feel stifled and blues may feel unsupported. Solution: Yellows should respect the blue's need for order and be willing to follow structured plans. Blues should appreciate the yellow's creativity and recognize the value of flexibility in certain situations. Strategies for resolving conflicts. 1. Seek to understand. The first step in resolving personality clashes is recognizing that different isn't wrong. Each personality type brings unique strengths to the table. By seeking to understand why someone acts the way they do, you can approach conflicts with empathy rather than frustration. 2. Adapt your communication style. Successful interactions require tailoring your approach to the other person's personality. For instance, when speaking to a red, be direct and concise. When working with a blue, take the time to provide detailed explanations. By meeting people where they are, you can foster better communication. 3. Focus on complementarity. Instead of fixating on differences, identify how each personality's strengths can complement the other. For example, a red's decisiveness and a blue's precision can create a powerful partnership when balanced correctly. 4. Clarify expectations. Misunderstandings often arise from vague expectations. Clearly outline goals, roles, and responsibilities to ensure that everyone is on the same page, regardless of their personality type, transforming clashes into collaboration. When managed effectively, personality differences can be a source of strength rather than conflict. Teams composed of diverse personality types are often more innovative, resilient, and effective because they bring multiple perspectives to problem solving. By learning to appreciate these differences and adapting your communication style, you can turn clashes into opportunities for growth. In the next chapter, we'll dive deeper into the quieter personalities of greens and blues, dispelling common misconceptions and exploring their unique contributions to personal and professional relationships. By understanding these subtler traits, we'll uncover the hidden strengths that make these personalities indispensable. If you're enjoying this audiobook summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest incisive audiobook project. Chapter 4: Unlocking the Hidden Strengths of Greens and Blues. Greens and blues often fade into the background, overshadowed by the bold confidence of reds and the vibrant charisma of yellows. Their quieter natures might make them seem less influential, but greens and blues bring unique strengths that are essential to creating balance and harmony in teams, families, and communities. This chapter delves into common misconceptions about greens and blues, highlighting their contributions and teaching us how to better appreciate these understated yet indispensable personality types. Green personalities, the backbone of stability. Imagine a coworker who never seeks the spotlight but is always there to lend a hand, maintain order, and provide calm amidst chaos. That's the essence of a green personality. Greens are the steady anchors of any group, prioritizing harmony and avoiding conflict whenever possible. Their preference for routine and their empathetic nature make them the go-to person for fostering collaboration and ensuring everyone feels included. Misconceptions about greens. Because greens are reserved, they are often misunderstood as being passive or lacking initiative. More assertive personalities, such as reds or yellows, might interpret a green's preference for peace as laziness or complacency. This couldn't be further from the truth. Greens are highly loyal, hardworking, and dependable. They simply prefer to operate behind the scenes, contributing quietly rather than drawing attention to themselves. Strengths of green personalities. Team players. Greens excel in roles that require collaboration. They prioritize the well-being of the group and are willing to compromise to maintain harmony. Empathetic and supportive. Greens are exceptional listeners, making them invaluable in resolving conflicts and offering emotional support. Loyal and dependable. Once committed, greens are steadfast in their dedication, whether to a project, a team, or a relationship. How to work with greens. To build a strong relationship with a green, it's crucial to respect their need for stability and avoid rushing them into decisions. Greens thrive when given time to adapt to change and when they feel their contributions are valued. Avoid confrontational communication. Instead, focus on fostering a collaborative and respectful dynamic. Blue personalities, the architects of precision. Blues are the perfectionists of the personality spectrum. Quiet, introspective, and deeply analytical, blues bring an unmatched level of detail and structure to any project. They thrive in environments that demand accuracy, problem-solving, and long-term planning. While reds charge forward and yellows explore bold new ideas, blues ensure that the foundation is solid, the details are correct, and the outcomes are sustainable. Misconceptions about blues. Blues are often labeled as pessimistic or overly critical because of their focus on flaws and potential problems. Their tendency to think deeply and work methodically can be mistaken for slowness or indecision. In reality, blues are not pessimists, they are realists. Their cautious nature stems from a desire to ensure the best possible outcome, not from a lack of confidence or ambition. Strengths of blue personalities. Detail-oriented. Blues excel at catching errors and ensuring accuracy, making them invaluable in fields where precision matters, such as engineering, finance, or research. Logical and methodical. Blues approach problems with a structured mindset, breaking down complex issues into manageable steps. Consistent and reliable. Blues are dependable and take their commitments seriously, always striving to deliver high-quality results. How to work with blues. To collaborate effectively with a blue, provide clear instructions and logical arguments. Avoid rushing them or glossing over details, as this can create stress or lead to misunderstandings. Blues value thoroughness and will appreciate a measured, thoughtful approach in communication and teamwork. The quiet power of greens and blues. While greens and blues may not be the loudest voices in the room, their contributions are invaluable. Greens create a foundation of trust and stability, ensuring that teams function cohesively. Blues, with their analytical rigor, bring a level of precision and foresight that safeguards against costly mistakes. Together, these personality types act as the stabilizing forces that balance the boldness of reds and yellows, creating harmony in diverse groups. Dispelling the bias against quietness. Our society often undervalues introversion and quiet strength, favoring boldness and visibility instead. However, greens and blues demonstrate that power doesn't always need to be loud. Their thoughtful, deliberate approach to life offers a much-needed counterbalance to the impulsivity and exuberance of other personality types. By recognizing and appreciating the unique strengths of greens and blues, we can create more inclusive environments where everyone's contributions are valued. Instead of dismissing their quietness as passivity, we can celebrate it as a vital asset in maintaining stability and ensuring excellence. In the next chapter, we'll focus on practical strategies for bridging the gaps between personality types. By learning how to adapt our communication styles and embrace diversity, we can turn potential clashes into opportunities for growth and collaboration. Chapter 5: Mastering Communication Across Personality Types. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any successful relationship, whether professional or personal. Yet, when personality differences collide, even the simplest interactions can become fraught with misunderstandings. Reds may dismiss greens as indecisive, blues may view yellows as scattered, and greens might find reds too overbearing. These conflicts arise because each personality type processes information and responds to the world differently. In this chapter, we'll explore practical strategies for adapting your communication style to resonate with each personality type. By understanding their unique preferences and adjusting your approach, you can foster trust, reduce conflict, and build stronger connections. Speaking red, direct and results-oriented, Reds value efficiency and decisiveness. They thrive in high-pressure environments and prefer straightforward communication that focuses on outcomes. To communicate effectively with a Red, you must match their intensity and get straight to the point. What to do? Be clear and concise. Avoid rambling or over-explaining. Reds want the headline, not the backstory. Focus on results. Frame your message in terms of goals, metrics, and actionable outcomes. Show confidence. Reds respect assertiveness. Speak with conviction and don't be afraid to hold your ground. What to avoid? Emotional appeals. Reds prioritize logic and outcomes over feelings, indecision or hesitation. Reds dislike uncertainty and may perceive it as weakness. Example: if pitching a project to a Red, emphasize the expected results. This initiative will increase revenue by 20% within 6 months. Speaking Yellow, energetic and inspirational. Yellows are social butterflies who value creativity, positivity, and big-picture thinking. They are enthusiastic communicators who respond best to an engaging, dynamic approach. What to do? Start with energy. Capture their attention with a joke, a story, or an exciting idea. Highlight the big picture. Focus on the overarching vision rather than bogging them down with details. Encourage interaction. Yellows love to brainstorm and contribute their ideas, so make the conversation collaborative. What to avoid? Monotony. Yellows will quickly lose interest if your tone or content is too dry. Overloading with details. They prefer broad strokes and will tune out if you dive too deep into specifics. Example: when discussing a project with a Yellow, say, "This campaign is going to transform how we engage with our audience. Imagine the impact we could have." Speaking Green, calm and supportive. Greens prioritize harmony and stability. They dislike confrontation and prefer communication that is calm, respectful, and considerate of their need for security. What to do? Be patient. Give Greens time to process information and respond at their own pace. Build trust. Show empathy and emphasize collaboration to make them feel valued. Focus on stability. Reassure them that changes will be gradual and well thought out. What to avoid? Aggression or pressure. Greens shut down when faced with confrontational or pushy behavior. Sudden changes. They are resistant to disruptions in routine and need time to adapt. Example: when proposing a new idea to a Green, say, "I understand this is a big change, but we'll take it step by step to ensure everything runs smoothly." Speaking Blue, structured and detail-oriented. Blues value accuracy, logic, and structure. They prefer communication that is well-organized, factual, and free of emotional embellishment. What to do? Provide evidence. Blues respond well to data, research, and concrete examples. Be thorough. Address potential challenges and include all necessary details. Respect their process. Give Blues time to think and analyze before making decisions. What to avoid? Rushing them. Blues dislike being hurried and will resist making decisions without adequate information. Ambiguity. They need clarity and specificity to feel confident. Example. When discussing a plan with a blue, say, "Here's the data that supports our proposal, along with a detailed timeline for implementation." Bridging the gaps. While adapting your communication style to each personality type is essential, it's equally important to foster mutual understanding. Help others understand your own communication preferences and encourage open dialogue about how to work effectively together. General tips for bridging personality differences. Practice active listening. Show genuine interest in what others have to say, even if their style differs from yours. Clarify expectations. Misunderstandings often arise from vague or assumed expectations. Be explicit about goals, roles, and responsibilities. Use visual cues. For teams with diverse personalities, visual aids like charts or diagrams can help align everyone's understanding. Seek feedback. Regularly ask for input to ensure that communication is clear and effective. The power of adaptability. Adapting your communication style doesn't mean compromising your authenticity. It means meeting others where they are to create a stronger connection. By tailoring your approach to each personality type, you can reduce misunderstandings, resolve conflicts, and foster collaboration. In the next chapter, we'll tie everything together by examining how this understanding of personality types can transform workplaces, strengthen relationships, and empower personal growth. With these tools in hand, you'll be ready to navigate any interaction with confidence and insight. Chapter 6. Final Reflections. Transforming Relationships and Unlocking Growth. Understanding personality types is more than an exercise in self-awareness. It's a key to transforming how we navigate relationships, work environments, and even our own personal development. By embracing the framework of reds, yellows, greens, and blues, we not only improve communication but also unlock the potential for deeper connections and more harmonious collaboration. This concluding chapter ties together the lessons from Surrounded by Idiots, showing how this knowledge can foster growth in every area of life. Beyond stereotypes, embracing complexity. One of the most important lessons of this book is that no one fits neatly into a single box. While the framework of reds, yellows, greens, and blues provides a useful lens for understanding behavior, people are more nuanced than any single label can convey. We are all blends of different personality traits, shaped by experiences, environments, and choices. For instance, someone might exhibit the boldness of a red in professional settings while leaning into the empathy of a green in personal relationships. Recognizing this complexity helps us avoid stereotyping others and fosters a more inclusive mindset. It reminds us to approach every individual with curiosity and respect, seeking to understand their unique blend of traits rather than pigeonholing them into one category. Transforming relationships. The greatest benefit of understanding personality types is the impact it has on relationships. Whether it's with colleagues, friends, family members, or romantic partners, recognizing and appreciating personality differences can transform the way we interact. Building better workplaces. In professional settings, clashes between personality types are often the root of conflict. A dominant red might unintentionally bulldoze over the more methodical blue, or a bubbly yellow might overwhelm a reserved green. By understanding these dynamics, leaders and team members can create an environment where every personality type thrives. For example, assigning tasks based on strengths can improve efficiency and satisfaction. Reds excel at decision-making, yellows bring energy to brainstorming sessions, greens foster collaboration, and blues ensure accuracy and precision. Together, they form a balanced team that leverages everyone's strengths, strengthening personal connections. In personal relationships, misunderstandings often arise because we expect others to think and act the way we do. When we understand personality types, we realize that different doesn't mean wrong, it just means different. This shift in perspective allows us to approach conflicts with empathy and patience, focusing on mutual understanding rather than winning an argument. For instance, if your partner is a blue who prefers structure and planning, their reluctance to embrace spontaneous plans isn't a rejection of your ideas, it's a reflection of their need for predictability. Similarly, if your friend is a green who avoids confrontation, their silence during a disagreement doesn't mean they don't care, it simply reflects their desire for harmony. Fostering personal growth. Understanding personality types also fosters self-awareness, enabling us to recognize our own strengths, weaknesses, and blind spots. This awareness empowers us to grow and adapt, becoming more effective communicators and collaborators. Leveraging your strengths. Each personality type brings unique gifts. Reds are natural leaders, yellows are inspiring visionaries, greens are empathetic supporters, and blues are meticulous problem solvers. By identifying your dominant traits, you can lean into your strengths and use them to your advantage in both personal and professional settings. Addressing blind spots. Self-awareness also helps us confront our weaknesses. Reds can learn to temper their assertiveness with empathy, yellows can work on following through on commitments, greens can become more open to change, and blues can practice letting go of perfectionism. These adjustments don't mean changing who we are, they mean becoming the best version of ourselves. A framework for life. The beauty of Erikson's framework is its universality. Whether you're navigating workplace dynamics, building stronger personal relationships, or embarking on a journey of self-improvement, the principles of understanding and adapting to personality types are invaluable tools. Practical applications. 1. Conflict resolution. When disagreements arise, use personality insights to de-escalate tensions and find common ground. 2. Team building. Assign roles and responsibilities that align with each person's strengths, fostering collaboration and efficiency. 3. Personal reflection. Regularly assess your own behavior and identify areas for growth, using your understanding of personality types as a guide. Lifelong learning. Personality types are a starting point, not a destination. As you encounter new people and experiences, continue to refine your understanding of human behavior. The more you learn, the better equipped you'll be to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and compassion. The takeaway: embracing diversity, unlocking potential. At its core, Surrounded by Idiots is a celebration of human diversity. It challenges us to move beyond frustration and judgment, encouraging us to embrace the differences that make each of us unique. By understanding personality types, we not only improve communication, but also unlock the potential for deeper connections, greater harmony, and personal growth. As you move forward, consider how these insights can transform your interactions. Whether you're working with a team, nurturing a relationship, or seeking to understand yourself, remember that the key lies in empathy, adaptability, and the willingness to appreciate others for who they are. The next time you're tempted to think, "I'm surrounded by idiots," pause and ask yourself, "What am I missing?" The answer might just change your life. Conclusion: from frustration to understanding. In a world filled with diverse personalities, misunderstandings and frustrations are inevitable. At times, it may feel as though you're surrounded by people who simply don't get it. But as Thomas Erikson reveals in Surrounded by Idiots, the root of these frustrations often lies in our inability to understand and adapt to the unique ways others think, act, and communicate. By learning about the 4 personality types, red, yellow, green, and blue, we uncover a powerful framework for navigating relationships. This knowledge helps us move beyond judgment and embrace a mindset of curiosity and empathy. It teaches us that differences are not weaknesses but strengths, and that every personality type brings something valuable to the table. A new perspective on conflict. One of the book's most profound lessons is the shift in perspective it offers. Rather than seeing personality clashes as insurmountable obstacles, we learn to view them as opportunities for growth and collaboration. Whether it's a dominant red clashing with a detail-oriented blue, or a bubbly yellow overwhelming a reserved green, every conflict has the potential to teach us about adaptability, communication, and compromise. Empowering relationships. This understanding doesn't just transform professional settings, it also strengthens personal connections. When we recognize that each person's behavior stems from their personality traits, we can approach disagreements with empathy and patience. We stop expecting others to think and act the way we do, and instead seek to bridge the gap between our differences. In doing so, we build stronger, more harmonious relationships. We learn to value the steadfast loyalty of greens, the bold leadership of reds, the creativity of yellows, and the precision of blues. By appreciating these qualities, we create an environment where everyone feels seen, understood, and valued. The journey of self-awareness. Understanding personality types is not just about others, it's also about ourselves. By identifying our own traits, we gain insight into our strengths, weaknesses, and blind spots. This self-awareness empowers us to grow, helping us navigate challenges, improve communication, and build a life that aligns with our values and goals. Whether you're a decisive red learning to embrace empathy, a visionary yellow working on follow-through, a supportive green opening up to change, or a meticulous blue letting go of perfectionism, the journey of self-awareness is transformative. Your role in a diverse world. The world is a tapestry of personalities, and no single type holds all the answers. The strength of humanity lies in its diversity, and surrounded by idiots reminds us to celebrate that diversity rather than resist it. By understanding and appreciating the differences in those around us, we can create stronger teams, deeper connections, and a more compassionate society. As you carry these lessons forward, remember that the key to success in any relationship is adaptability. The ability to step outside your own perspective, listen to others, and communicate in a way that resonates with them is a skill that will serve you for a lifetime. The next time you feel exasperated by someone's behavior, pause and consider what their personality type might reveal. Instead of frustration, choose understanding. Instead of conflict, choose collaboration. And instead of dismissing others as idiots, remember that the tools to connect and grow are now in your hands. Ultimately, surrounded by idiots is not about labeling people, it's about unlocking potential. By learning to navigate the complexities of human behavior, you can transform your relationships, your work, and your life. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this audiobook summary, we'd love for you to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our newest projects. Dive into our collection of insightful audiobook summaries and uncover more transformative ideas to inspire your journey. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.